Cool. Great start. And
Love it.
action. Hi, it's Monday. Welcome to Rise of Tiamat. This is a 5th edition module. I just saw a hand go stop. I'm like, yes.
Oh, I was like, hi.
Oh, you did the Pocahontas high. Okay. But
Sorry.
welcome to Rise of Tiamat. This is a 5th edition module that I run out of the Tyranny of Dragons campaign, published by a singular gaming company. No. You know them. Anyway. I have opinions, but I don't say them out loud. Or at least I do so discreetly in my games. So, it's, we left off last week at a fun little cliffhanger, and now we get to go back in and see what happens next. But before that, let's go ahead and run through our announcements. First bit of housekeeping, I will say. We are not playing next week or the week after, because, one, we have a Jesus who's going to be on vacation next week. He's going to be living it up in Vegas. Love that for him.
I had $20 to gamble.
And he's going to come back with...
Minus $20.
I hope you multiply that by
multiply.
like 1,000.
That'll be kind of cool.
Yes, blessings of riches upon you.
All of the good luck, so that you come home with $20,000 at least.
May tomorrow be on your side.
If I become like a millionaire or something, I'm not gonna tell anybody, but there'll be signs. Like I'll be able to buy groceries.
Look at my gas tank. It's full.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's going to be like, guys, look at this new animal I got.
Yeah. I'm not allergic
I got
to this one.
I got a goat, guys.
At least it's not
18
19
piglets.
pigs.
Yes. Fun fact, in our other D&D game we played on Saturday, we had a NPC go to an auction house, which, by the way, she's a feral druid, so she doesn't know how these things work. And she just saw a bunch of people sitting around with little cards and raising their hands up in the air anytime someone like said a number, so she kept raising her hand. And then that's how she ended up with a mama pig, and 18 piglets. And now we have that at our keep, and we have to feed them now.
And she didn't pay
And we
for
have to
it
pay for... Yeah, she didn't pay for them. So we're going to get the bill later.
because she didn't know
That's gonna
how
be fun.
it would work.
I wish you paid for them.
She just thought that these nice people saw how excited she was to have pet pigs and just handed her the pigs, and she got to go home. So,
Yeah.
Makes
That's
sense
how
to
it
me.
works.
how stressed are you, Rancor?
How stressed is Desmond?
Yeah, because Desmond has to build the space for the pigs, because we don't have a pen for pigs.
Rancor has to pay for it all.
Oh, you have to pay for it all?
Are you guys going to pay for the pigs?
I-
You haven't paid for any of the other animals or food for them.
First of all, that's a
Have
little
you?
anima. That's. Hey,
Have
if you
you?
wanted, first of all, if you wanted us to help pay for it, we could be paying for it.
I mean, we've said we needed to buy supplies for the keep and everything else, and no one
And
has
then
offered
you just
money.
happen to go off on your own and buy them all yourself.
It's not much,
Crazy how
but
that
you guys
works.
decide to keep going off on other adventures throughout everything else when we're supposed to be doing a certain thing.
Crazy how you could just be like, hey, can I please have some help buying groceries for once?
I did ask
Yes,
that,
Demi.
and you guys went off and did your own thing.
That's
Yesterday would have that would have probably been the opportunity for us to go and try to take the egg back to its parents.
fair. Oh yeah, we have a
She was
dragonborn
busy.
egg where you have to raise now too.
That
Me and
that some
Jeremiah over here just
senile
eating popcorn.
that a senile NPC stole from a church.
Yeah, he thought it
Yep.
was a rock. It's not.
Yep.
It's dragonborn egg. And
now
if
said
it
feral
hatches, it's going to imprint on the first reptilian it sees, because that's how dragons work.
druid, which is going to make Rancor a dad.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
But said feral druid is very protective over said egg, and is convinced that its parents don't want it back, or that they don't exist, or that whatever excuse insert here.
Just be shaped into a bearded lizard.
I suppose to make a point, I will buy all the pigs. Mainly because one is now my bard's pet.
That's
Yep.
true.
Phoebus adopted a pig.
He did. A little pink pig that he named Lady Amelia Hamsworth.
After bathing it.
Yes, she needed a bath. She didn't like to be dirty.
Of course.
She didn't wear pearls and like little tutus and stuff. Anyway,
Kind of like we
So-
dressed Daisy.
No, I could just
with
sit here
that
and listen to
tangent,
y'all all day.
with that tangent, so yeah, we won't be playing next week because Jesus is gonna be in Vegas, and then me and Tabatha are gonna be moving to a whole new state, so that's gonna be fun. We're gonna be offline while we set up and do all that fun stuff. Hooray!
Yay.
Yay.
But with that, are there any other fun announcements that anyone has today?
We are going to be doing Extra Life on April 20th. Actually,
Nice.
we do have the links that are down below. Our goal is, let me look at the goal. I think it was $500. Yep. Our goal is $500. We are 2% of reaching our goal that I can see on the
Very
little
nice.
prompt. We have our first $10 donation. So yeah, we're gonna keep this up all month long. But the core day is April 20th. So yay, please donate to them kiddos.
Yes, please donate for the kiddos. Right. And with that, Jeremiah, do you have anything you need to say
Jeremiah.
right now?
I guess.
Okay. If you want.
I don't think this is too good, but it's funny enough, I guess.
Okay.
Why can't you charge Abraham Lincoln a crime?
Why?
Because he's innocent.
Yay.
That was it. That's all I got.
Innocent.
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 Oh. That's funny.
Innocent.
Yeah.
It's funnier if you explain
It's actually yes.
Because he's in the penny. Anyway,
it.
so let's go ahead and roll through introductions. If we don't have any more announcements. Okay. Hi, I'm Vic. I will be your DM for the evening, as well as a lot of dragons that are going to be attacking you very fast. I had to choose my words carefully because some people. Anyway, hey Tabatha, who are you playing today?
Okay, what was that?
Don't worry about it.
Everybody. Tabby, I will be playing Patient/Rosemary, the Tiefling Sorcerer / Ranger.
Very nice, very nice. Hey Jesus, who are you playing today?
Hi, I will be playing Tarsius Chadington. He's a Minotaur barbarian fighter who is trying to be a good boy and do good boy things. And just wants everyone to chill out.
We love that for him.
Maybe we can play a couple of board games. I got a couple of paints. Just chill out, bro.
Maybe at the end of this all, we can start your Houses and Humans campaign.
That'd be great. I have a great story about the mall. It's
Oh my
cool.
God.
It's good.
A
Love
mall?
that.
A mall.
A
yeah.
mall?
Mall.
What's a mall?
You
It's
let-
where everybody goes and does this thing called capitalism.
Mm,
I hear it's bad, so the mall is the bad person.
yeah.
So it just has big letters?
Yes, it's a house.
You
And you
This is
go
where
inside
West
the
holds up his
house.
hammer. Maul?
Oh.
Maul.
so you just go to the mall.
Go to the mall
Today.
today. Yes. Hey Jeremiah, who are you playing?
Robin sparkles a lot.
Welcome to the game. Our new bard.
I'm playing Cordelia Chadington, Medusa fighter rogue blood hunter. I'm super ready because my character sheet is up.
Nice.
That's why I didn't have a hard time remembering what my classes are.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I see Sydney got ejected from Roll20. Oops.
Tends
So-
to happen.
That 10. Yeah, wait, I was about to mention, I just got a text from Lynn saying that she was ejected from the back rooms. So that was
Oh,
something.
Good at least.
Yeah, she kind of slipped in there during the eclipse. Which, fun fact, there was an eclipse today for those that are going to watch this later.
I feel that's foreshadowing that you and
Yeah, it's so crazy. We're playing on a day where a solar eclipse happened while there is a massive total eclipse just hanging in the air throughout the entirety of the rest of this campaign. So,
For the
That-
third
yeah,
time in this world.
for
That
the
eclipse
West
was
is so
so-
tired.
That eclipse
Yeah.
was so beautiful.
So beautiful. We could see it through all of those clouds. So, on to the Babysitters Club. Hey, Nick, who are you playing today?
Hello there. I'm going to be playing Miriam Lamana. She is a fairy cleric fighter.
Nice. All right. And for our localized sad boy, Sydney, who are you playing?
I will be playing Nicodemus D. Hawkins, the human rune knight paladin of Bahamut.
Who totally does not make bad decisions.
Not ever, not once in his life.
Nope. Anyway, let's go ahead and roll that intro.
What bad decisions?
Rolling.
All right.
Still confused.
I will send you a picture of the back
Oh.
rooms.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It also is a very scary game that people play sometimes.
It's
but-
very entertaining. It's
Scary
surprisingly
game.
entertaining.
It's
modern horror.
it's basically hi for everyone just joining us. We're explaining the back rooms to Sydney, but
Oh, no,
it's basically like a spooky liminal space that people just end
Mhm.
up in because they kind of video game clip into them.
It's really I think it's great new genre.
Demi-plane
for,
shenanigans is the best way I could put
Yeah,
this.
that's
Oh,
good.
okay. That makes more sense. That
Yes.
the brain understands. Yes.
There you go. Okay. So, let's just do a quick recap. Which we're still running off the same. I would like to apologize because I have been sick all weekend and I have been unable to write a recap. So, because I was, my body was fighting for its life. So that's where we are. Ah, yes, the back rooms. So,
Oh. It looks like a very.
yeah, so
sharp-
imagine that spanning for like miles. Like you keep turning corners trying to leave and it just like keeps going and going and going.
It reminds me of Doom,
A little bit.
Kinda.
but not pixelated, and there
Yeah.
isn't a monster yet.
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 Yeah.
I would
Anyway.
give myself a panic attack expecting one in a place like that.
Oh, don't worry. You don't have to expect.
Oh God. Okay.
So, you guys are currently trapped within the Burning Boar, as you have fought your way through the burning city of Waterdeep, as it is currently under siege. There is a eclipse that is covering the sun that has casted the entirety of the region into this blood red light, as you guys are more or less fighting for your lives to escape the cult's clutches. Patience, you are the one that currently holds the blue dragon mask, which is the final key that the Cult of the Dragon needs in order to break Tiamat from her jail in the Nine Hells.
Yeah.
As you had masterfully lifted it from the bag of the Red Wizard Iskander that you were helping escape, which, as grim as it is, thankfully on y'all's behalf, having the blue dragon mask was a better move than them lifting it off of Iskander's dead body when the tower collapsed on top of him. But that's in the past. You are in the now, where you are fighting draconic abominations that are starting to just pop up throughout the city. You have an ancient red dragon, Cormoranth, Patience's personal boogeyman, who had kidnapped her when she was just 3 years old, who is now in the city, hunting you all down, because he knows that he knows that you're hiding it. He knows that you guys have the mask, he just doesn't know where it is. But he knows that if he finds you guys, he's going to get an answer. So, as you guys kind of fought your way through the city, you came across Maloon and a group of young Dragonborns that looked to have been casted out on the streets amidst the chaos. As Maloon worked off the Arcanic Lock on Jakey's item shop to get the children to safety, as you guys fought to defend them. And after the skirmish, Hawk, you tried to broker for the Dragon Slayer sword, which is the mythic weapon that is known for slaying dragons. So with that in hand, you now stand a fairly reasonable chance, so to speak. However, you had to make a deal in order to borrow this mythic weapon, as it is very in high demand right now during a apocalypse that is of the draconic nature. You brokered with Jakey, who is a lich, by the way, who wanted a little something, wanted you to do a favor for him in order to borrow this weapon. And you paid in full by handing over a book that contains deep devilish knowledge that you had found deep within a wizard tower on the Sea of Moving Ice that had been lost for centuries. And you, knowing that when you open this book, if you cannot, succeed on your wisdom save, you are immediately driven mad by onslaught of knowledge that you cannot comprehend. But if you pass that, you are able to read in full knowledge that you wish to seek, pulling from the minds of devil lords that have written from this book, and even in some cases, like Patience's, contacting them. So, now that you have handed that book over to a lich, you now have the Dragon Slayer sword, which is great, because you needed that. You made your way to Uncle West's tavern, where he was fighting off hordes of these draconic abominations. You guys cleared house with them, got inside the safety of the tavern, and have a moment to breathe. As you guys try to collect yourselves and think of a plan to what you're going to do next. During your period of waiting, a gift was left for you all. A rock that was imbued with chronomancy magic. I hope someone wrote that down. Where it is going... Okay, that's great. The skinny of it is a rock that is going to allow you to have a short rest. So you're going to hold that... you're going to have that rock, and it's going to give you, a 30-minute rest. As it does timey-wimey shit. So... Congrats on the free save point. And as you guys are resting, you now have this this very rare item. You hear noise happening outside. You hear very large creatures shuffling about, and Cordelia had just went to the window to kind of pull back the curtains just to look. And as she was ascertaining the threat outside, Hawk, your foot caught on the bench, and you've collapsed in a very heavy metal heap. And that sound alerted the scores of dragons that are now outside this tavern. And they're now all looking at you.
Oopsie.
And that is where we're going to put ourselves right now.
Lovely.
Again,
As I will say, I will put us on here, because this is where we last left off. I'm going to put... Nope, that is the wrong thing to use. So you guys are all in the tavern. As you have several smaller red dragons kind of prowling around outside. You see more of these draconic dreadnoks just kind of like lumbering through the streets, dragging these heavy weapons, like these huge, like wicked great swords. And then you see a blue dragon and a black dragon, kind of like prowling from both sides. And then across the street is where you saw Nelvik, the red Abishai that was disguised as a pseudo-dragon, who was gripping onto his arcane staff and pointed toward the tavern and let out a screech that just shattered the air. And then in return, you heard this thundering roar from a very, very big, very ancient entity. So that's what's going on outside. So I'm going to put you guys back in the tavern. So, that's going on outside. What is everyone doing?
Taking a deep, deep drink of whatever the fuck was served to her.
Fair. Alright, so you're taking a very, very deep drink, which I will say the meat at this tavern, not as good as the Feywild. Like, nothing can ever top that. But this is, you're like, this is going to do. This is going to do in the pinch that we're in.
Cool.
Is that where Hawk did the noise?
Yeah,
Was it-
when he got up from his table, instead of being able to step over the little bench, his foot caught on it.
Yeah, so you'd be about, like, right here, Hawk.
If you ever wanted to know what 300 pounds of all Termisian beef sounded like hitting the floor, you just heard it.
As Chadington's going to kind of get up from the table, and he's, like, keeping his head high and stoic, but if you all want to roll insight, you may. As he's going to just say, what was that?
Oh no, he's asking.
That was a
legitimately.
9 from
He's
Hawk,
not afraid
so.
of anything. Or the Tarsius.
Alright, so you had a 16 to patience? Okay. Who else rolled?
Hawk did badly.
Okay, well, I mean, you're face down on the floor.
He took his own deep breath and was like, yep, this is my life. We're here.
22.
Alright. And Tarsius, did you roll?
No, whatever he
No.
says, that's
100%
exactly-
confidence.
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what's happening.
Alright, so I'll say, so Tarsius from the bar, you're like, your dad is, he's trying to take command of the situation. He's just like, in your mind, it was what was that?
Yeah, like,
But Cordelia, as you look back to the table where your parents are, because you're now very aware that your parents are in the same tavern where a bunch of dragons are now closing in. You look to your dad, and he looks like he's standing tall, and then your eyes drift down, and you see his knees just shaking in his little pantaloons. Just like, oh. As Samantha kind of gets up from the table, she takes his hand, and just very, she's very stoic-faced, very pulled together, and she just kind of stands behind him and puts her hand on his back, just kind of rubbing it gently, and she's just like, I think we have company. So West will kind of get up from where he's at, walk over to the window, and just not even trying to be stealthy, just pulls the curtain back. Oh shit.
I'm gonna be sending my hand over to Hawk and be like,
Yeah, thanks.
It's like, okay.
Pretty loud.
Uh-huh.
Is there a back door?
Yep.
I'm
That's
so glad
exactly
you
what I
asked.
was about to ask.
I'm so
Hawk is
yeah.
like-
Wes just points at you, Myria, just you're smart. I like you. Yes. Xavier, take him to the larder. There's a and he's like, I don't got fucking time, and he just summons his maul, and he's like, Okay, and then he looks at Samantha and Chadington, and just like, you two, you go with them. They're gonna take you, I don't know where, but it's better than here. Because I'm gonna be, if I have to buy a new roof, I'm gonna be really fucking pissed.
Hog will look at West and be like, if you have to buy a new roof, I'm gonna help you put it on.
Yeah, I'll help.
Yeah, you're about to be my new cabana booty for the season. If they break this fucking tavern.
Might be the only job I've ever been qualified for in my life.
Mary's gonna look over at Wes and be like, "Would you like a little assistance getting a little bit larger?"
Wait till I'm outside.
Because
Because
we don't want to destroy the tavern.
I'm not good at math, but I'm pretty sure all this times whatever is not going to fit out that door.
Hawk is gonna look at Cole and Patience. And he's gonna kind of just like walk over as unnoisily as he can. Not that it matters anymore. And he's gonna look at Patience and be like, I think you should run. We can hold them off here.
Wes just kind of like, first of all, the self-sacrifice bullshit, that's, no, you're going. You're going.
Going.
You're going with them.
I don't need to go with them.
Yes, you
the
do.
reason all of this shit is happening.
You're going with them.
What am I gonna do?
How about Protector? Like, I get you're doing this whole, I'm very sad because I got a lot of shit on my shoulders. And I get that. I've been there. But you're going to be more useful to them with them. You have a whole dragon slaying sword for the purpose of killing dragons. And I don't think you should waste it on these small fry out here. You should wait for the big motherfucker that you guys were talking about that you're all scared about.
On to that.
Hawk, like those are two whole dragons outside.
A lot worse.
We literally just watched Care rip one to pieces.
So,
Good.
patience.
Patience is
Cordelia.
gonna walk right up to
Mhm.
Hawk and just be like, if we split up, I am not gonna
I can't hear her. What did she say?
son of a bitch. I'm gonna have to probably.
Yeah, do push to talk. Okay, and Cordelia, what'd you got?
Is it just me or did I?
Yeah, you had your finger up, so
No, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I still didn't hear if Tabatha said anything.
you didn't say anything.
It
You're
looks-
gonna have to try to reconnect. No, you I saw you hit to unmute, but I think you might need to reconnect.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
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 So pretty much what she did was she went right up to Hawk and said, if we get separated, I am not going to forgive you.
Oh,
You mean if you get separated from me or you get separated from your dad?
All of us.
Like the whole
Stay
party?
together.
Okay. Well,
You said it.
I tried. Hawk is literally gonna like give Cole the most pleading look, knowing good and goddamn well it's not gonna work. Okay. How do we want to do this then?
quietly.
Well, I mean, we definitely need to get out of here first.
Yeah.
So let's get down that larder or whatever that is we've been told. I'll bring up the rear on this one because I have to make big men over there even bigger.
Okay, I can go.
Wait, is there a way out of the larder?
Yes, so basically
Okay.
Wes told Xavier to show you guys the way out.
Okay.
As him, and then Kair's gonna kind of like finish his drink and get up. Like he watches, he kind of like cracks his neck. And it just goes to stand at the door. And so Xavier will go over here and just kind of like wave to you all, just like, yeah, just back this way.
Okay.
There's
I'm not very loud and I'm pretty fast. And I can take a couple of hits so I can be next to my cousin. Just take the broad end of things. Maybe.
Yeah, so if you want, you can lead up the rear with me, but we gotta go fast because I think Uncle West wants to do this all himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will like corral Cole and Patience towards the larder.
That's the Chadingtons will
yeah.
go with you guys.
And before Hawk leaves the tavern, or before he follows like the party all the way, he's gonna stop by Care, and he is going to take off the robe of eyes and be like, "I told you I was gonna give you this. I was gonna bring this back. Don't die." And he's just gonna hand him back the robe of eyes.
And he'll take the robe back. And he'll kind of like fasten it across his shoulders, and just kind of like give you like a really like like not enough to do damage, but like kind of like a hefty like punch into the shoulder. Just like, don't insult me.
It's basically once Hawk joins the party, I'm gonna look at my uncles. Well, technically, Carrie is kind of like an adopted uncle, I guess.
Yeah, uncle adjacent, you know.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna put my hands on Hawk's hip because I can't reach his shoulder.
Okay.
There.
And I'm just gonna tell him that I wouldn't worry too much. They've what Uncle Wes said is true. They've fought worse. I saw the dragons outside. They're nothing compared to those three over there.
Hawk is gonna like sigh and like nod his head and be like, "Let's go."
All right. So you guys
He'll
heading towards the larder.
toss one
maybe
more
it's-
look over his shoulder at the three heroes standing at the door. I want to be like that when I grow up.
I know. Yeah, it's like you see them all like standing, like their backs are to you, and it's like you
There's like
see
an
them all
anime
like
montage. Their capes are flowing in the wind. Their explosions.
Yeah,
it's like and you're just like,
on,
damn.
The look on Cordelia's face when she's looking back, it's not. There's some worry, but more of basically 90% of it is what's the word? That word, not worry.
Yeah, if I could just be like a
Anxiety.
fucking anime nerd for a minute, like if I could just be an anime nerd for a minute, as you guys like look to these guys, like they are literally like they're your fucking Hokages, they're your like your Gotai 13, your fucking Yonkos, like these guys are top brass. You know they're gonna fuck it up
In the best way.
in the best way. Yes.
Hawk, like I wish I could fuck things up in a good way.
Tarsius is gonna be like, "Alright, uncles, you give them heck."
You give them HE double L. He's like HE. Wait, three.
Three L's.
How many L's are in heck?
I'm gonna
So-
like lower myself down so Chadington can like climb on my shoulders. Like, alright, so I know your knee. That's why you didn't. What's it called? your growth spoke on your knees. That's why the military didn't accept you. So
Not the bone spur.
Yeah. You
So-
you took an arrow to the knees.
He took an arrow to the knee.
Absolutely. Yes. When I was just a lad, I took an arrow to the knee, and it just hasn't been the same since.
Ruined my military career.
Little does anyone else know that he shot the arrow himself.
It just like It was like the fucking Christmas story where it ricocheted off something.
He was practicing, and it ricocheted and it went back to him.
A career-ending injury.
This guy.
I did them all a favor because I would have been great.
It would be too powerful.
Incomparable.
As Xavier kind of like swings open the double swinging doors to the kitchen, he leads you all through it. And as the doors close, you watch as Care opens the door to the tavern, and as he does that, Cowerbout just fucking vanishes, just out the door. And then West is the last one to step out, and then once he's through the threshold, Myria, you cast your spell, and you watch as this guy just like grows into practically a giant. As he stomps forward, and then you hear him yell, and then you hear this, like, you feel the walls of the tavern shake. You feel like you hear like a crack of thunder that follows after like the lightning breath of the dragon, and then you just hear a whole bunch of carnage outside, muffled by the walls of the tavern. As Xavier will lead you into the back kitchens, like through, and there's like a little like staircase that leads down into the larder. He opens the door to the larder and like walks past these giant like casks of ale, and there's a trap door there, and he opens it up, and he's like, yeah, so when West was renovating, we found this door, but we never really kind of explored it much. He just kind of likes to keep the cheese and the fermenty sourdoughs down here because he says it's got a good humidity. But he says that these, Cowerbout says that these tunnels kind of connect all over the city, so it might lead you out somewhere that you need to go, but we don't really have a map.
Okay.
I'm a map
So-
maker.
I'm the
Crazy.
So I'm gonna grab some parchment and
All right.
quill so that we're like, oh, we've been here before. Let's go around, kind of like that.
Perfect. Look at that.
Mapping out while we're on our way.
All right, and then so he will he'll hold the trapdoor open for each of you as you all file down into the tunnels, and Tarsius, you're the last one down. As you look up to him. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you the last one down, Myria?
I mean, Myria was the last one to even get there.
You've got wings. You're fast. Let's fucking go, Tinkerbell. Come on.
Oh.
Speed it up.
I didn't realize Stranger was DMing now.
But
If you want Stranger to DM, all right, so you go down into a
Absolutely not.
tunnel,
Absolutely not.
and you're going to see a hand reach out from the shadows and say, "Do you have $20?"
Ew.
No.
The humidity is
Whether or you do or you do not instigate this transaction may have an effect on you later in game.
That's
Anyway.
awful.
Again, just like, why are you down here? The humidity is really good down here.
It's great for my skin. As he manipulates his very thin but oily skin. Anyway,
Ew.
yeah,
That's fine. Tarsius can be last. I'll go in before him and just be...
yeah. I figured that's why you were small enough. You just like flutter your way down. But anyway, so whoever is the last one down, you look up and you see Xavier at the top of the steps, and he's just gonna be like, "I'm gonna stay here and help them. I'll cover your exit, just in case they. I mean, I don't think they're gonna be small enough to get in here, but you never know."
Hawkins will look at Debbie and be like, if you're gonna stay here, please don't get killed. Your father will kill me. It will be my fault.
I'm gonna do my best, but I'm gonna just go on a hunch and say that we're kind of hard to kill.
I hope so.
I'm gonna look at Xavier before he closes the trapdoor. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know the three of them can take care of themselves. You look like you can take care of yourself too. But don't let help. Please help not make Uncle West angrier than he's supposed to be.
I'm gonna do my best. Okay.
Myria's gonna toss or like find a way to hand Xavier one of the dragon fangs.
You can
Be
fly.
like, I don't. She doesn't want to stab anyone else.
That's fair.
Be like, have fun. It shouldn't break.
He'll take it and just kind of, thank you. Well,
If you really want to, you can have West up there hit it like a nail into someone and see how far it goes through.
oh, he'd really like that.
Without using
He might
his
have me.
small-
He might have me throw it and see if he could try to like, kind of projectile it into something.
jab
He's
it.
gonna hit a home run.
I mean, you can tell him it's pretty much unbreakable, so good luck.
He's gonna really, really love that. Okay. Well, good luck, and I hope you guys get where you need to go safely. Okay, and he's gonna close the trapdoor, and you're gonna hear the sound of something heavy scrape over the top of the trapdoor. And then you guys are now going to be in here. Let me change. Whoa.
Opinions.
The tunnels.
He's telling you the tacos are here. As you guys enter down into the tunnels, and it's damp, it's humid, and you kind of you get it. You see like a wheelbarrow of cheese just kind of hanging out there. You see a couple of like heavy barrels with something kind of fermenty, kind of like leaking out of one of the spigots, and it smells very, very sour.
Blech.
You have a single lantern kind of lighting the area that you see around you, and then you see basically you see two directions. You have one that kind of like curves into like a narrow pathway to your left, and then you see a wider cut tunnel that goes to your right. So you guys kind of stand there in the lantern light. The sounds of fighting are much more muffled now, but you do feel the ground shake every now and then. So, what do we do?
Ooh.
Do we hear anything that sounds like it is down here?
Roll me a perception.
Boo, we have disadvantage on that now. Or not disadvantage, we just don't have advantage.
It is, I will say, it is dark.
That's not a problem, we have dark vision.
I think that might be.
Plus...
Dark vision can only see so far.
I know. Wait, does he have dark vision? I thought he had dark vision. Hold on. Meh. What am I doing? Okay, that's a 16. And I am so sure that this dude has dark vision. Because...
Patience is gonna ask everybody if they want her to cast light.
I am trying to figure out if I also have dark vision, which I don't think.
I feel like he did as part of his rune night, but I'm not seeing it now, so I could be wrong.
Okay.
If people are gonna have issues seeing in the dark, I can do a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because Myria doesn't have dark vision either, so.
Yeah, she's gonna just look down, pat Gren, and she's casting light on Gren.
Oh, that's
Yes, you see the shining golden boy. All right. What is the radius on light? All right, so let me...
I think it's 20 radius of, yeah,
dim light, an additional bright light and 20-foot radius, and then an additional 20 feet if dimmed. And she'll pretty much be ready to just take her cloak and cover it over Gren just in case they hear something to cut off the light, because that is a thing.
All right. Okay, sure thing. All right, so what is the plan as you guys are now down here?
To proceed with caution.
Okay.
Basically.
I will say, even though we have not moved,
And then now that Cordelia, you have a proper light, you can now start your cartography.
Hawk would pose and be like, before we move, do we want to use the rock? Does anybody think that's a good idea right now, or do we want to wait?
I mean, I'm almost
And-
tapped on spells, so it might not be a bad idea, but
Do you get spells back for a short rest?
I don't believe so. But I mean, I could at least heal up a little bit. But that depends on everyone else.
I can heal
Hawk-
you. Oh,
Yeah. Hawk
I
is
can
gonna
heal
sit
you.
scratching his head like I haven't been injured at all.
I
At all.
prefer everyone to keep their magic for later, since we're all going to need it.
Okay.
Because if
I forgot.
what we've been through so far is any precursor to what's coming, we're going to need all the fucking magic we can get.
Okie
That's
doke.
So I guess just hold on to it.
It's Cole will just if people are in need of healing, I can provide it. I have a lot more, and I don't mean it to say it in a rude way, but I do have some more stamina than most.
Well, that's saying a lot, Cole.
I mean, looking at how many kids they've got so far.
Right?
I mean, if you don't mind, I could use a little bit of healing. But if it's going to make you not be able to heal anyone or do a powerful enough spell later on, then fucking save it.
Let me double check a thing.
Sword, cat, specific spell.
Oh, really? What's that specific spell? You want to tell me right now?
Cure wounds.
Mass heal. Mass cure wounds. Found it. Yeah. So he will. Let's see where the hell that mass cure wounds. Where do you stop at? Yeah, we'll do it at the 5th level. Okay. So let me go ahead and roll. Okay, that's what I thought. It's not the worst. Okay, so everyone is going to get 17 points of healing. As Cole just kind of like does this little incantation and you cast Mass Cure Wounds.
That's good. Thank you.
You're
It's a
welcome.
little bit better.
Right, so let's see where these tunnels lead. As he has a little bit more of a nervous energy to him now that we are underground.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Oh, hello, big man. I think it's your turn to lead forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right behind Tarsius and carefully mapping things in case we reach a dead end
Okay.
and all that stuff.
I'm gonna turn to my sister and like
Just help navigate.
Also,
All right, so
I'm a good
go
memory.
ahead and roll me perceptions. If you have disadvantage on perceptions, roll your disadvantages.
I have dark vision.
Congratulations.
That was so close to a nat, and then it went to an 8. So 15.
15. That's good. That's good.
14. I was like, that doesn't sound right. 14.
I'll take it. I'll take the 14.
I have 18.
18. I will take that as well. Perception.
18.
18. Okay.
19.
So, as you kind of ascertain each tunnel, they both eventually, like, you see them just kind of like, as far as that you can potentially see, at some point it just kind of looks like they start to curve at a bend. And they're curving in opposite directions. So you have to pick which side you're wanting to, which tunnel you want to travel down. You just know that one is a lot more narrow than the other, because you're going to have to be single file in order to traverse down the one on the left.
So,
Let's not go down the single
yeah.
file one,
I
because if
thought-
we get bottlenecked, we're fucked.
Yeah, also maybe something big made it to collapse, so let's do the other one. So this way.
It's fair.
Right? So go ahead and move yourselves forward as you walk.
Oop. Oop.
Don't be shy. Do your full movements. It's fine.
I'm moving.
I wish there was an
backwards.
undo because I don't.
Can't see where we're going.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah,
that's
don't
the plan.
act out.
Okay.
I don't
good.
like-
Hold on. I got you. Hold on.
Love it. Love it.
I don't know if that was my full movement, but it's probably close.
Ooh.
There you
Okay.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Maybe, like, right here, maybe it's-
And this is where you
I
see
think I covered somebody, maybe.
the
Where did
bend
Tarsius
happening.
go?
Oh.
Oh, under Cordelia, Tarsius just ran.
Wait,
He's just
I'll
gone.
I'll be like there, I think. With full movement.
And
Patience is probably going to be like, Tarsius, if you're going to be taking the lead, why don't you put Gren on your head?
The coolest hat.
so you kind of grab Gren with your giant hand. You watch as this little like baby dragon squishes like a little squishmallow, and then you just like put him on your head.
Nope. I'm
Oh
gonna
my God,
eventually
it's the
get
tallest it's
some.
probably ever been.
Now you have a headlamp.
Yeah. I'm eventually get some leathers and put them.
Gren's just, like,
so people can
Splayed like all four legs out in each direction as he's like looking around, and he opens his mouth super wide and he lets out these little squeaks.
grab. Okay.
As you guys are walking, Cole is going to take your hand, Patience, as you're walking together. As he's just like, I think getting out of the city is the best option.
Agreed.
To figure out a way out of there.
And then Cole will stop and he's going to kneel down next to you, Patience. And just, I'm only going to ask you one more time. Do you want to hold on to that? And he's going to gesture to your back. Do you want to hold on to that? Are you sure? Rosemary, I just don't want anything to happen to you.
Update, we can't hear Tabby if she's responding.
Well, it's not like, they assume that I have it. They just assume the collective group has it.
What if something happened? Like, what if they find us and then they single you out and...
And I have means to get away.
Do you? I'm not trying to undermine you in
Misty
your...
Step, Dimension Door,
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Fly. I have a bunch of different things I can do.
I know you are a very talented spellcaster, and I'm very proud of you for that.
Papa, I'm not 3.
I know you're not 3. I know. You're so much bigger now. You're so much smarter, and you had to learn to do a lot of things on your own. And I hate myself a little bit because of it. Because I wasn't capable of protecting you then.
Not your fault that Cormorant is a butthead.
That's one way to put it.
And I mean, look at me, I'm fine. I'm still in one piece. I know my tail looks weird now, and I still have like, and she just kind of like gestures to little scales on her cheeks, and it's like, I have these, but I'm fine.
I know. I just if it gets too much, you can give it to me, and I'll make sure nothing bad happens.
Okay.
Because, as wonderfully smart and powerful as you are, I still want to be able to protect you. That is my job as your father.
Papa, you're still gonna have plenty of time to do that.
Okay. And he'll just pull you in.
After all this BS, we'll make up for lost time.
And he'll pull you into a hug and squeeze you tight for a minute. And then when he sees that you're starting to straggle behind, he stands up, takes your hand, and keeps up with the group. Okay, so what is everyone else doing?
Keeping an eye out.
So,
I'm
I mean, if you want, you have skills you can use. We could do
Yeah,
skill
I'm gonna-
challenges.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Myria and Tarsius to, because we see this corner, right, like kind of turning.
Yeah, you will see this bend that is starting to happen.
I'll ask them to give me a second. Let me. I know we're under the tavern, but we never really know. I want to scout it first before we bring the light in it.
Imagine Cordelia has her little cartographer's kit. She's got the little I don't know what you call it, but the little thing that you roll where you measure distance, so she can chart how much distance we've walked.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll also tell Tarsius, can you hold this, please?
Here, hold on.
And then I'll stealth up here.
He's like, this is
Like
my favorite
this-
part.
Like this corner.
All right. So roll me a stealth if you are stealthing.
Yeah. That is 26.
Okay. So you, as quiet as possible. There's a lot of loose gravel around in this tunnel, but you soundlessly make your way to the side of the wall, kind of using your hands to guide yourself as you come to basically the crest of the bend. And
I do want to see basically if it's clear this way before we move forward.
And you will, and I'll go in with your last perception. I'll say you peek around, and you see the same thing where it is darkness. And let me highlight out where you can see. So you can see it's about there. As you see, it looks like there's going to be another fork.
Okay. I'll tell them I'll gesture that it's clear it's clear we can walk forward. And then I'll also go to my parchment and write down how far it was.
Okay.
All
right.
Keeping
Yes.
track with everybody, since I have light source, I would do survival if that's okay. Using
Sure,
my
go ahead.
Minotaur instincts on mazes and just the terrain nearby, anything that I've read. Not gonna use you. I'm gonna use this one. Any tracks that we see.
Sure.
15 plus. Where are you? Shoot, I lost you. Okay. 7, so 22.
Okay. So you kind of tuning into your kind of just natural instinct, as it's now kind of now that you've had a minute to just kind of quietly walk in the dark, and you just have this winding pathway, you kind of feel this heaviness kind of in your chest, leading you forward, pushing you to continue to find the next turn, to find where this maze is going. as you all kind of like see like a bit of like a calmness overcome Tarsius. Like he's normally a very chill guy, but now he's just very still, very methodical in his movements. As you kind of like you bend down, you check for tracks. You see like a small, it looks like a small scuffling of footprints that were left undisturbed, but they just kind of only seem to lead into a corner. And you smell the staleness of the tunnel, but also you smell a bit of you kind of like pick up on a musky kind of rottenness that happens as you get closer to this corner. And so you move and you kind of smell it over here. Yes, Hawk.
Did Chadington and Samantha come down here with us?
Yes, they did. I forgot their minis. I am so sorry.
Okay, I sat here. I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, wait,
No. They're with you. I just forgot. That's me.
Yeah,
where are the
that's all back.
Chadingtons?
They're dead. No,
I will
I would never.
definitely
I love them too much.
point that out. Like, oh, there's a rotten smell over there. And like inch my way
There is a...
towards there, and like make sure that Myria knows, since she's the closest one to it.
I'll say this tunnel is not as quiet as you think it is, because now you have Chadington just like, there goes my boy.
The element of surprise is out the window.
The what?
Element of surprise is out the window at the
Oh,
Chadington.
fucking! I mean, there'll be points where Samantha's just like, inside voice, dear. And she's like, oh, right. We are on the run. Oh, we're like criminals. Just fighting. And she's like, shh. He's like, so Tarsius points out there's a rotten, musky smell, and it's in the you start to smell it too, Myria, as you kind of flit ahead.
Well, that's
Yes, patience.
fun.
If we're still doing skill
Yeah,
checks,
we are. If you have a skill you want to use, I highly recommend.
I was just gonna do straight charisma, because while doing so, she was going to use her feat inspiring leader.
Do it. Do the thing. What are you saying to inspire this party?
Literally talking about like just trying to like boost morale in the sense of like it's gonna be fine. We're gonna leave. Maybe we can go back to the high forests again. I mean, Papa, we can go see Dad, and yeah, it'll be fine. We can just go and hide out in the forest for however long until this conundrum passes.
All right, so
Everybody gets 18 points of temporary health.
congrats.
Oh,
You're gonna need that.
Running that shit down.
Write that shit down. All right, let me add that to his thing. Okay. All right.
Can Myria
Yep.
use perception to see if there's any like tracks or trails or indication that anything has walked through these caves or tunnels or anything else?
Oh. Wait, the cat almost fell off my lap. Yes,
No.
yes, you may. He like leaned into me, like rubbing his chin, and he just like kept going.
Oh.
Sir.
Let them know Myria can't see past the light, so it's a 9.
Oh. Well, you see the tracks that Tarsius pointed out, and then it leading to a small corner, like literally right at the bend, where Tarsius, as you approach that area, you see kind of like a collection, well, not a collection, but just kind of like a series of tracks that just kind of like walk in a circle, like in a perfect circle. And then kind of like at the edge of that circle, you see a plate of moldy food that looked like it was eaten a while ago.
Someone walked in a circle and ate food. My first thought.
And the tracks don't lead anywhere else. They're just in a circle.
We'll look above. See if there's anything on the ceiling. And Like, something either on the ceiling, can fly, is on the ground, invisible, or has no feet. There's many possibilities, never rule anything out. That
So
is...
you look up.
Yeah.
And you see ceiling.
Oh.
It's about like a 10. I'm gonna say it's a 10-foot ceiling, so you have some headroom, but it looks to be like just a regular carved tunnelway.
Something's afoot.
But I will say, Tarsius, you kind of, as you look up at the ceiling, you detect like a faint glint of magic that just kind of like shines a bit off the ceiling.
If I take an action to concentrate on it, can I know what school it is?
Sure, you can. And I'll say it is illusion.
Ooh. Grab a little rock and throw it up there.
You hit the ceiling, and you watch a shimmer happen, and you see letters appear on the ceiling. And in very pristine writing, you see, made you look.
Wow.
That's really good. What could it mean?
Hawk could sit there and look at Tarsius and be like, it means that there's a wizard somewhere around here that has entirely too much time.
Okay, wizard time, okay. Time wizard, chronomancy. Just writing it down.
It's all adding up.
It's all adding.
Cole's just like, I think that means we can just keep moving.
Yeah. Hawk,
Chances are these
a question.
tunnels.
Does this particular brand of funk smell familiar?
Once you get close to where the plate was, yeah.
Makes sense now.
Hawk sits there like, yeah, I know this
It's funk.
eau de camembert.
Yeah, and you look at the plate and you see that it was a raw chicken leg just hanging out there.
Yeah, I know what this is.
Yes.
Yeah, just keep going.
Yeah, so Cole very deadpan, just very like blank face, just like, I think this means that it's safe for us to move ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue moving a little bit so I can
A-
get the light.
Predator of some sorts, if I could call him that, has claimed these tunnels.
Predator is not the wrong term.
No, it's really not.
Okay, well, walks. Predator isn't wrong.
Whole sleep, it's
Whole
whole
sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah,
It's all about.
he's the one. He
paralysis.
was the one hanging from the ceiling at the foot of the bed, just going like, "Are you asleep yet?" So you guys move forward, and you will see the fork in the pathway that Cordelia mentioned. One leading to the left, one leading to the right, and you will see that the right path is a bit narrower.
No offense,
Yeah.
Wiggman, but I don't think you're fitting down that right path.
I mean, it is just wide enough for a medium-sized creature.
Vote, but I still vote this way.
Yeah.
Fine, with that vote.
I mean, I'll kind of do the same thing. Look around, see if I see anything, and then,
Report back and then we see. Okay. Okay, dope. Well, yeah.
Chadington from the back end of things, just like, oh, look at my boy. He learned that from the gentleman's school. He has all badges in track and field and tracking and camping, and he makes such good little tents, and his knots are just so pristine, and
I made a
Still
monkey
proud
fist
of him.
once.
Right, so you guys move forward, and you feel the tunnels shake violently so. And I'm going to need all of you to make me dexterity saving throws.
Oh,
Everybody, because you're going to see, as you guys are like walking through the tunnels, you see like a hairline fracture kind of splinter off from the ceiling, and loose rock starts to tumble down.
Okay.
Like hair just like slung something around by its neck and slammed it into the ground.
Yeah.
WWE style.
9? Great.
Patience. Also
That's a fail.
9.
That's a fail. That's a pass.
I have a 12.
Gren's on. I will say Gren is on Tarsius's head. So technically, if Tarsius failed,
All right.
21 for Hawk.
that's a pass.
I rolled a 9.
Wow. The
Oh, wait,
siblings
no,
are a
no,
little
no.
too
I
on point.
rolled a 9 plus my pluses, sorry.
I was gonna say, I'm like, Cordelia.
13
Oh, I have to roll for the
total.
Chadingtons.
Really.
Are you ill?
So we roll for the Chadingtons, and I gotta roll for Cole.
I don't know if a
Good
13
luck,
is
Cole.
fast, but that's my
I'm like,
13.
Cole is laying on the ground.
So the Chadingtons rolled a 10,
Of course they did.
and Cole rolled
And that one.
a 7.
Oh. Better than usual.
So let me roll the damage.
I was too
And-
busy drawing my. I got excited.
So that is 8 points of bludgeoning damage as rocks are going to come
Ow.
humbling and hitting you. And if you pass, you don't take the damage. So congrats.
Myria just dodging out of the way, flying around.
Yeah. You're like flitzing around like. So. Big ouch. 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
He's got 10.
Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Thank patience. Alright. So after the tunnel settles again, Chadington's just like, that was that was nothing. That was just a little scratch.
Oh,
Obviously.
good on you, Dad.
Yeah. He just kind of, and then you turn around to start walking again. He's like, So continuing forward, you guys are taking the left path, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Please designate yourselves as so.
Alright, no, move.
Put you guys right
Wait,
there.
where Darcy's-
Myria and Tarsius just
You moved
merge.
forward.
Never mind.
All right, and so you guys now find 3 paths.
Ugh.
Ooh.
So many choices.
Even
You
knock
do.
yourself
You've got
off.
so many choices. And you have, and they're all kind of decently sized. The left one is a little bit more narrow, but then the right one's a little bit more narrow, and the 2 left ones are about the same size, same width as basically where you're traveling now.
I vote these two.
Is there anything discernible about any of like tracks, signs of life, anything pointing to any sort of activity down in any of these 3?
Roll me. You can roll me a survival
Okay.
if you're looking for tracks specifically.
Yeah, these dice are so old. Okay, that's whoa. I mean, we need new dice. It's time. 18.
Okay. So, I will say, let me do a thing. I will say that you can see there are faint tracks that kind of scuttle in either direction. Like, these paths have all been used. And you recognize them as they're little tracks too, like little small, almost reptilian shaped footprints.
Kobold Pete's.
Basically.
Do any of them look fresh?
These are all very old.
Great. And there's no like distinct smells or anything coming from anywhere.
It all smells like dusty, dank
Dank.
cave.
Cool. Well, I guess to do all that, he'd have had to been up here. He's gonna kind of look around and be like, well, none of these look any different than the others. None of them smell any different than the others. There are some really, really old koboldish looking tracks. They look like they belong to kobolds at least. I got nothing for this.
Cordelia's just gonna go over here and check this pathway out.
Alright. So you do that.
Stealthily.
Stealthily.
I'm being
Roll
quiet,
me that
though.
stealth.
Very quiet.
So you're going to see
Be quiet. That is a
that
27.
this path has a fork. And you have a left path and a right path.
Or forks.
All the forks.
Forks.
A couple spoons and knives, and we'll have a cutlery drawer.
Alright, so you quietly make your way over, and then you see that you have forking paths.
Not in front of the kids.
I'm gonna indicate that Kyla mainly looking at Tarsius because I feel like Tarsius understands me more when I do my hand signals.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a spoon.
Hawk, you're just sitting there like, I think I've seen that once in a brothel.
Like,
I'm gonna tell you what, there's a spoon, and then it might be a chicken on that side. Or she's saying there's a folk on the road over there.
I'm gonna go with the latter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chadington's.
Okay. Mm. Hawk will kind of walk closer to Cordelia at that point and just not having to look around, just looking over. She's down here. A fork. Well.
So you guys are deciding I'm going to need you to make another dexterity saving throw. As the tunnels shake again with another even bigger crash.
Oof.
oh my
And even
God.
bigger pieces of rock are starting to come loose.
So much better. Dirty.
Let's pass.
I'm so
Whoa.
busy with
It's a fail.
sneaking and cartographing.
Oh no,
Yeah,
Cordelia.
I just rolled a 10. I rolled lower than
Just a 10.
No. 19.
Well, earlier.
That's
Well-
a pass. That's a fail. Okay. For those that passed, you managed to kind of sidle, kind of like push yourselves to the side of the cave wall, kind of like anticipating now. You're now on high alert. Let me roll for Cole. Let me roll for the Chadingtons. So, okay, Chadingtons passed. We love that for them.
Quick thinking.
Cole also passed.
Bravo.
And I will say, so I'll say with that, patience, as like as the cavern shakes, like you feel your father like throw himself against the wall, and then he starts to yoink you with it, and you kind of take that as like, okay, we gotta move. So for everybody else, that is going to be. That was the lowest I could roll on that many dice.
Oh.
That is going to be 6 bludgeoning damage total.
Ouch.
That definitely smarts.
Miss Myria, you're kind of like dodging, you're weaving, and then like a sizable chunk of rock just like hits into your shoulder, and down you go. And Samantha's like, she kind of like calls out to you, Cordelia. She's like, dear, I don't mean to rush you, but I think if we stay down here any longer, we might stay down here. forever.
Hawk will look at Cordelia and be like, left or right?
Now look at that. Look at this. I'm looking at that. And I look at this. Oh, like, maybe over here. Did I point? Maybe over here. My Roll20 is lagging super badly.
That's okay.
Maybe over here. I'm pointing. Over here.
Okay.
One over here.
One over there?
Okay. Yeah, move. Since I don't
Did it even
want
show? Because
to
it's
get
not
it.
showing. It's not showing that I'm pinging.
Are you pinging over here? Oh, there we went.
Yeah, I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm seeing your. Yeah.
Okay, so Cordelia pings to the far left tunnel.
Myria will fly over that way and just kind of look and see. If it
Yeah.
looks like it's going back towards where they just came from, she's gonna yell out and be like, "It goes back to where we fucking came from!"
And you will also see, as you look down this pathway, yet again, another fork.
Ugh.
It's a fucking fork again. Fuck that.
Yeah, Hawk will be like, yeah, I don't vote for either of those.
Go ahead. That way.
Yeah, I was like,
Sure.
I know we're not supposed to split the party, but I think that's the easiest way right now.
No,
We're not.
The smaller of the tieflings said that we weren't allowed to split the party.
Nope, it's not.
The larger of the tieflings is also saying, do not split the party.
And
Chadington's like, I think splitting the party is a great idea. We could cover so much more ground.
Think of all the opportunities. Like, no, we'll need
And we could just double back and then exchange notes.
I don't think we have time. That is a brilliant idea. I don't think we have time for that.
Brilliant.
The Chadingtons are such a bright family.
Very thorough.
Yes. Hawk's like, we're placating. Yes, so thorough, so bright. You are.
He's eating this up.
Let's walk this way. As he shuffles him along.
All right, so which path are we choosing?
Yeah, probably this.
Yeah, I would say we'd follow where Myria is at this
So
point.
as you make your way to the left tunnel, you see that it is a straight on through tunnel.
Oh.
How nice!
Right?
Look at that.
No
Not a
more
nice
fucking
change.
forks.
No more forks.
Fracking forks.
What is happening with my bolt on? Okay.
Okay, let me push everyone over here. Boop. Boop. All right, so Cordelia, since you were the one cartographing this place, I would like you to roll me a d20, and I want you to tell me if it's an even number or an odd number.
An odd.
Okay. So,
It's an 11.
you guys follow this winding tunnel, and eventually you find your way to a stone set of spiral stairs that go up. And when you go up, you see that at the last step that there is a stone door that if you push on it, it pushes up and it slides to the side.
I would laugh if we go out of the sewer from, outside the tavern.
You're just like right outside the fucking tavern.
You guys! They all just look back like, what the
Whoops.
fuck were you doing this whole time?
Wrong exit.
Like, you fucking assholes, we're trying to cover you.
Or,
No. No. Absolutely not.
literally the funny
Oh,
thing.
do we see a goldfish when we open this tunnel?
You know what?
Oh,
I
God.
think I take the goldfish at this point.
Which I'll say that it felt like you traveled a good distance walking through these tunnels. So,
Okay.
so you push the and I'll say whoever is in front, you push the stone, it slides to the side, and you see open red sky. You see the smoke billowing in the air. But from where you're at on the stairs, it looks clear.
Like there are
You
no
don't-
buildings or anything?
Yeah, you do see some buildings, but in the area that you're in, it looks to be like clear, like as in you are. It's quiet. There's no activity.
Cordelia, your eyes are a little bit better than mine in the dark. Why don't you take a peep and see what you can see? I got your back.
Oh, stay still this time.
To who, Cordelia, you said?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. RP purposes, the way Cordelia looks when she's trying to stealth and look at a corner is she'll send some of her snakes go up and look, and then she'll go like, and then the snake is going like this as a Morse code.
I love that. That's so
that.
cute.
Cute.
I fucking love that. Okay, so
there's 4
which snakes are you
that
sending
goes-
up? Who are your best scouts?
4 snakes will go up. One facing north, south, east, west, kind of like that. And it's gonna be the 4 hisses.
Okay.
Or no, I only have 3 hiss and 1 Mike Python. So it's
Mike Python.
Histopher Robin, Histopher Slithkin, and his Hemsworth, and Mike Python. Mike Python's
okay.
taking the north.
Mike Python in the north. Okay, his Hemsworth will take the west. Then you have Histopher Robin, and then I forgot the other one's name. Just
Histopher
immediately.
Slithkin.
Histopher Slithskin. I love that. How do you not have a Christian Slater?
Oh. You should have. Huh?
Fine. So they all kind of like look around, and then you'll have your one kind of like Morse coding to you, and they will say in your little Morse code language that you understand.
Mm-hmm.
They will say many soldiers.
I'm gonna make sure it's like what kind of soldiers. I'm gonna ask, what kind of soldiers is it?
I'm gonna roll an intelligence for your snakes.
What's the town we're in?
The what?
I'm drawing a blank on what city we're in.
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. Yeah. Are there Waterdeep soldiers or the Dragon Cult?
And in since I rolled an intelligence for snakes, with little noodle brains, you're just gonna get not dragon, because they can at least tell that much apart.
Yeah.
Everything else looks the same to them.
Yeah.
They know who's got scales, who doesn't. That's where our intelligence ends.
Makes sense.
2 friends.
2 friends?
2 friends.
Okay. I will relay to the party, and then that's when I'm gonna go up, like use my own eyes myself.
All right, and you guys. So Cordelia, you stand up after you relay the message, and this is what you see. As you are now in the middle of the square to Waterdeep Castle.
Ah,
There was the fountain. The fountain that was standing there is now shattered and broken, and you are literally stepping out of the bottom of that fountain.
oh, wow.
As you see all these
It's like the best
soldiers
castle we've ever-
trained,
Probably.
like you see some with bows trained at you, and then you see 4 soldiers manning cannons, and you will see familiar faces. You'll see the ambassador Bronanvil, the dwarven ambassador of Waterdeep. You will also see John Vivantry, and you will see Galatadric. As all these soldiers are looking at you all, like very perturbed, as you just stepped out of the ground.
Yeah.
What, you've never seen anyone come out of the sewer before?
Tunnel system.
Yeah.
Gala just kind of like puts her hand on her hip, like cocks to the side, and she's just like, I was wondering when someone was going to utilize that exit.
Had a little bit of a need to. Tavern kind of got surrounded by dragons.
I mean, it's a little difficult when the fountain's always on.
Just got to learn to breathe water.
Some people I know wouldn't like getting their hair wet.
Hawk, like it takes such a long time to dry.
And there's one.
Aye.
Janvo will lower her sword, just kind of like breathe a sigh, and as you guys step out, you see just chaos that had transpired in this courtyard. You'll see like very hastily erected structures to kind of shield soldiers. You see a very like hastily put together barricade in front of the main castle doors. You'll see like scorch marks and blood smears. You'll see that some of the blood smears kind of like trail off as they had just collected dead to like move to the side and out of the way. and you will see a magical glyph in front of a gate that had been busted wide open. And that glyph is just radiating with energy.
We love a glyph in this house.
Certainly a fancy trick over at the gate.
So,
Do you have any others to get us out of here?
Yeah, Hawk'll like go to Janva and be like, so any word on our giant friends?
yeah, as you move forward, like the soldiers are like very tense, and Janva just kind of like waves them to stand down, and she's just like, "The friends? In fact, it's well, I don't know if I could say that it's a good thing you're here, but considering," and she's gonna look at Patience as Ambassador Brawnanvil just kind of like props his axe and just like rests on it. He's just like, "Yes, this is troubling."
What are you talking about? We don't have it. What are you talking about?
I take it the council with the dragons went south.
Yeah, they killed the elder metallic dragon. Or Cormorant did, in a power grab, I might add. Because he
Wonderful.
wants what we have. But, so yes, the gold dragon whose name I cannot remember. Is
King Protanther.
Protanther.
As will correct.
Yeah, Protanther is gone.
Yeah.
The other
I
four
was-
were mourning. I don't know how long that takes. With all due respect, I wish it would go a little faster. But, everybody grieves at their own. Anyway,
It's like
Yeah.
John will say, well, dragons don't just die. At least not at the age that he's at. It's a big deal.
hell of a fight. So before we left the tavern, there was something real big we could hear moving. Y'all with this, y'all know what that is?
John will just think, if anything, it's probably Cormorant.
Great.
That's not all the hair.
He's dangerous because, well, he's an ancient red. But on top of that, he's an ancient red that is very proficient in magic.
He's also gone rogue and is trying to, make
He has a
himself a
mission.
god, I think. Yeah, probably a little too much.
So,
Well,
go ahead.
No, while that's going on, I guess Patience isn't going to stray too far from Cole because I don't think Cole would allow it, but
Well, he'll follow. If you're walking a direction, he's walking with you.
Yes.
she'll move probably up over to here.
Okay.
But her eyes are scanning the skies.
Yes,
I
if
guess
anyone's
that's the main
doing
thing.
is actively surveying the scene, roll me perceptions.
Okay.
Man.
No.
22.
Myria is distracted.
Got it.
natural 2025.
Ooh.
Very nice. We love that. This
What
is
robe of
wonderful.
eyes we don't need?
Oh, we love to
20
see that.
for me.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me, it was a 24. I was looking at the wrong modifier. Regardless.
I has 19.
19. Okay. All right.
Myria got
fine.
distracted by pretty ladies in armor, so nat 1.
I mean, they are quite beautiful.
That happens. That happens.
Also trying to help mother and father out of the fountain.
Yes. So you help Lord and Lady Chadington out of the fountains. Samantha's kind of like gathering her skirts, and she'll just take your hand and like give it a gentle pat, and just like thank you. Chadington's just like, oh, we're back at the castle. Oh my goodness, this is missed quite the battle. As Bron Anvil will say, yeah, I will say all hell broke loose.
Broke loose.
Broke loose. That's what happened.
All right.
As at this point, like the guards are starting to like change shifts. A couple of them are coming back here. You'll see a few of them walk this way. Kind of doing their thing. This guy will get off the cannon. This guy will go back to the cannon. This guy will loop around and just kind of like walk up to the front here. This guy is going to switch with this guy. Just like kind of like all around, just like, you know, just changing positions, like relieving others of duties. Like you have some that were manning the cannon, some will like switch off so they can like have a moment to stretch their legs and kind of like walk around the perimeter. As this Dragonborn here looks to be barking orders to all of them, just about which direction to go, what they need to do. Just like, you know, restock cannon supplies. Make sure you're filled up on arrows. Keep your sword sharp. Drink water. And stay alert. And so he's doing all that while Gala will come over here and she'll just be kind of like cleaning off her sword. Just like, yeah, you missed quite the affair. The second the eclipse happened, dragons started appearing, practically out of thin air, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, we've seen quite a bit of it.
You're dealing with it on the other side of town.
Yep.
Great. So I'm glad it's we're all in this together, I suppose. But so what brings you here to the height of the excitement? I thought you had plans.
We did, and those plans were originally to seek shelter at the tavern at the Burning Boar, and those plans went a little sideways. So, West Calcare and Xavier are holding down that fort so that we could try to put some distance between us and the things that were following us to the thing that we wanted to do.
Okay. Great. So, now what?
That
Now
is an
what happens?
excellent question.
We'd like to get out of the city if it's possible.
Well, she'll look to Jonva, just like Is the castle's not nearby, is it? Well, have you heard from oh God, what does he call himself? Spud? John was just like, I will send a message to him. I don't know how fast he can get here, but
Donkeyest of the donkeys.
he will move as fast as he needs to.
Yeah.
He's
The
trotting his
world's
little
gonna wait
hooves.
for him.
Yeah,
He is never late, you're just early.
yep, exactly. Right.
Yes.
So as this conversation is going on, does anybody do anything else?
Hawk is just very vigilantly kind of watching this guy, watching that gate that's broken, just like
Mhm.
we are in the hypervigilance
Yeah.
mode.
Which it will be explained to you. Bron Anvil will say just like that was left by Tarn. He and you will know him as the Castle Wizard, the guy that was kind of cheeky a few times in the council meeting, like kind of dark hair, you know, kind of snotty about it, you know, being a wizard, wizards in general. So you just kind of it's not perfect, but it'll do. It's supposed to be a glyph of warding. It's supposed to keep out all of these draconic stuffs.
Interesting.
So we've got a bit until hopefully nothing too big shows up before he has a moment to fix it, because he's currently bolstering defenses in the throne room, making sure the higher nobility is safe. And he'll look to the Chadingtons, just like, Lord and Lady Chadington. He's going to kind of like dip his head respectfully and just like, if you would please, we can keep you somewhere safe.
Take care of
So-
him. He has a weak knee.
Yep.
There you go.
And so Chadington would be like, well, I suppose I wouldn't want to outshine any of you. And he'll just kind of like elbow you lightly. Tarsius, like, you don't even feel it. And it's just like, I wouldn't want to outshine my boy.
Oh, yeah, I know. Ruffle his hair a little bit.
You're like, oh. Like, right. And Samantha's just like, yes, I think that'd be for the best, dear. Let's, we should be safe here. And she'll turn and take both of your hands, Cordelia, and she'll give one a kiss and then hug you tightly. Be safe.
You know I will. You know we
Of
will.
course. Be safe, and I know you will take care of your brother. He will take care of you too. I trust you both immensely.
We'll see each other again.
Of course. And she'll step to the side, and Chadington will put both his hands on your shoulder, Cordelia, just like, you've got this. You see he's starting to like get welled up with emotion, like his lip is quivering and he's like trying not to cry about it. Like,
Yeah, because before they get because there's people looking. First Cordelia's gonna do like the little kiss on the hand, like, and then bow to Chadington.
Yeah.
And then, but as soon as they start walking away, she'll give them both a hug. It was like,
no, yeah,
I don't care.
yeah. Which
I don't
Samantha
care
will go
about
to
this
you, then Tarsius.
formality.
She's only able to hold one of your very large hands as she like pets it gently, and she's just like, oh, my little baby boy.
Oh.
And she'll reach up and like touch your little cheek, just like, you be good now.
Okay.
Take care of your sister,
Mhm.
and let her take care of you too.
Yeah, she's good at that.
Okay, that's a good boy. And she's gonna give you a big old hug, as much as she can,
She goes
and
like
then
this,
she'll, yeah, just
get close it.
yeah, everybody gets in for a big hug, and Chadington you just hear, my babies. I'm so proud, and then you're gonna hug them tight, and then they go inside, as they'll open the castle doors and close them up again, as the Chadingtons are now within the castle walls. So, congrats, you have safely escorted your parents away from danger.
Good.
Theoretically.
Theoretically, yeah. Wait, for real.
So, as they get inside, they close the doors, you hear like the immense locks going in place. And as you guys are kind of like parting ways, who had the highest perception, I will say?
I think it was Tarsius and
I think Nicodemus.
Hawk had a 24.
Yeah,
24,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, his was, yeah.
Yeah, mine was lower.
Okay,
By
so
25.
Hawk.
Hit 20.
Well, so I'll say Hawk. Since you were kind of like peeled away from the family, well, you're kind of like facing towards the family moment.
Patience also got a 22.
Right. I'm going with the highest on this one. So you were since you were kind of watching like the little family moment happen, and as they part and Tarsius steps to the side, you look over Tarsius' shoulder, and then you see the one soldier at the gate just walk towards the glyph. And he keeps walking until his foot steps into it, and you watch it trigger, and a flash goes off as a multitude of different elements just kind of like rend out.
Does that mean that he was a dragon type thing?
Well, here's what's happened.
Oh, God.
So we're going to get rid of the glyph, as it is now gone. It has been used. But instead of a guard, you're going to see something else.
Okay,
As this is a specific glyph that warded against dragons and we're going to say abominations. As let me grab where were you? There you are. As in the place of where the guard was. As you see you see like a charred body on the ground, and if you go investigate the body, you will see that it is a twisted and deformed gnoll. As she is now not here.
Oh.
But you see that parts of her body had been where there was like her regular like hyena fur, part of it just balded out like mange, and then there's like scales that kind of like painfully erupt down like the arm, and then like parts of like her muzzle were like twisted into like a beaked snout, and you could see that this was Nolene.
They
but-
experiment on her too.
Yep. As there were consequences to letting you guys get away. So, the glyph is now down,
Great.
and you hear a buzz of energy happen all at once.
I don't like that.
Cool.
And since we are coming up on time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a skill challenge first. So all of you, you have about a minute to prepare. Not round rules a minute. You have a minute to prepare. So I'm going to need a skill challenge from each of you on what you're doing to prep for this horde that is about to approach. Because we're not going to play for a minute, but I'm going to play by horde rules here when
That's fair.
these guys show up, because there's going to be a lot.
I don't know what you would call it. It would be sleight of hand or whatnot, but Myria wants to see if she can find a couple satchels of black powder, if they can spare any. And she wants to fill them with dragon teeth so that she can essentially make claymores.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Let's. Well, you.
That's why I don't know what skill it would be, because I'm like, I don't.
I'm gonna treat it as an alchemy. If you have alchemy trained, great. If
I don't.
no, okay. If not, we're gonna do a straight intelligence.
Okay. Great. 16.
Okay, I'll take it, because that you're basically playing a Cave Johnson. You're throwing shit at the wall and see what happens.
Basically.
Yeah. Okay. So you're making these like basically these claymore satchels of dragon teeth. And how many teeth are you wanting to use?
I mean, how many satchels was I able to get?
Well, that's going to be dependent on how many teeth you're putting in those satchels.
Well,
I believe I gave you.
like if I was getting 2 satchels, I would probably put like 10 teeth each. But
Okay.
if I got more satchels, I'd do less teeth.
So you have 34 teeth, and say that 33 teeth. 33 teeth.
Because patience has a
And-
tooth.
Say that you do. I'd say if you put at least 8 per satchel, you'll get about 4.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Now I gotta find a bomb stats.
Okay. It's just finding like a small grenade stat, yeah.
Yeah, they have bomb, like an actual bomb in here, which is 3d6 fire damage. But that would be one of the questions that I'll have to talk to you after game about, because of all the acid damage and everything else.
Just start DMing me immediately.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to need to look at those. Okay, so you got that going. All right, next I'm going to go down the line. Huck, what are you going to do? What is your skill?
We are going to help move things around. We're gonna be cabana muscles.
Okay.
Repositioning cannons, moving fortifications, doing whatever we gotta do to kind of hunker down.
All right, so we're gonna treat that as so let's do we're gonna do strength for that one.
Okay.
Since you are basically hauling muscle around.
Where are my dice now? Strength, please. Okay. Plus, I'm not good at math. 21.
All right, pretty good. So you basically, you're hauling butt. You're, helping them like reposition the cannons, letting the soldiers tell you what the best angle is that they're going to need it at. You kind of like move a lot of like the spare wood around to like add a little bit more to the shelters, add more to the barricade. You kind of like hold up this massive like wooden board that's gonna like that sits down on the castle doors. That's gonna like that. So you help like throw that in place as the Chadingtons that just went in. So you get that on quickly enough. As that normally takes like about 10 people, you kind of cut that down to 5. So, all right. Next, Cordelia.
The castle entrance to the castle is here,
Right there. Yes,
And
that
then
is
this
the
where
doors to the
horde
castle.
is coming from
So the what? The horde is going to come from this open gate. Yes.
from here. Yeah. Okay. Then, is it open? It's like no.
Yeah. So
closing?
like the gates had been blasted open, and their only security defense was going to be that glyph of warding that was blocking the way and keeping dragons and abominations out.
I'm gonna basically like kind of move this way, like kind of run as close to the gate as I can, but not too
Right.
close.
Okay.
And then, but low insight. I want to roll insight to look at strategy. Like how are they coming? How are they gonna go in here? What kind of waves are they gonna come in here?
Okay.
Like
Sure.
basic
Sure.
strategy that they want to do,
Right, so
so I
battle
can
strategy.
relay to the commander. This is what they're trying to do, kind of like that. This is my suggested strategy.
So I'm gonna let you, since you are a battle master, I'm gonna let you roll that with advantage.
Oh, cool. Natural 20.
Oh, beautiful.
27.
Okay. All right. So
I rolled a 2
So
and
you-
20.
so you kind of like run your way forward, and you like look around, and you're just like piecing together all the different angles. These are very high walls. Like you've got like walls that are like 40 to 50 feet up. Like these are like high castle walls that are meant to like keep keep armies out. It's a castle. But then you have your open gateway. So you know that the only way in, and from what you've seen in these past few battles, is that a lot of these creatures are going to have wings. They are going to be flying in. You might have some foot soldiers here and there, but and you know that the only foot soldiers that you've seen so far have been the abominations, the ones that are these like half-human amalgamations, as well as the giant constructs that are stitched together with dead dragon parts. Those are the heavy hitters. You haven't really seen any like fodder, like anything that's like a cult member soldier, or like anything that's like lower than something that's like very large and has wings. And you know that that there is a possibility that there might be some Abishai that show up. You have seen them through the city. But you're pretty certain you are going to see a lot of this is going to be a siege on a castle. So you know there's going to be a lot of big guys showing up. But you also know that those big guys need someone like you, someone who's a lot smaller and more lethal to point them in the right direction. So you think that they're probably going to have a commander of sorts that's going to be showing up. You don't know if that commander is going to have wings as well, but you kind of also anticipate it.
Okay. Who do I talk to for strategy? This guys or this guy?
Yeah, you can talk. You can talk to Braun Anvil and the Dragonborn captain, because they will listen to you and they'll be like, they will confirm with you. Yes, we have seen like the dreadnoughts. We have seen the Abishai. Not so much the Abishai, but they have seen the dreadnoughts. They have seen the abominations. They've seen like the giant constructs.
Okay.
So they're definitely anticipating.
Okay.
So.
I think I don't want to have patience too.
Okay.
She is going to use Arcana.
Okay.
Because she's going to look to Cole, and it's like, I do not know all of the possible like runes I can use to this, but I have a way that we could probably get out of here.
Okay.
She is going to cast Teleportation Circle, but she needs a place to be able to set it up. So I figured she's gonna have to go like right here to do it.
Okay.
And she'll just be like, my only thing is that I need to know where to go. I just don't know the runes. Dad, you're smart. Can you tell me what runes I need to draw?
All right. Do you need any other components?
Chalks and inks, which she has.
Okay.
The spell consumes.
All right. So roll me an Arcana. Okay. And what level's that spell?
This is the highest level that she can cast, and that is 6.
6th level. Okay. Wow. I had to cast it at 7th level as a bard. Anyway. Rude. Sorcerers have all the perks. Anyway. So. Alright, so that is a pass. I'll take that. What is your casting time on that? Minute. Okay. Well, I'm gonna... Let me roll something. With Cole.
I have to play keep her safe.
All right, buddy. Let's see how well we teach. Okay. So this is something that we can't cover in a minute, as he's trying to help you set up this teleportation circle.
Just literally that's all you need to do.
It's like, okay, but it's going to come down to you knowing where you need to go. There is a huge margin of error. You don't know where you can end up if you don't do this right. Do you know where you're going?
Right now, our destination. I said that, I mentioned the High Forest. If everybody's okay with there, that is where we can go.
All right, we're gonna need group consensus right now. Where if Patience casts this teleportation circle, she's gonna need a full minute, and that minute is gonna start the second that combat starts. Do you have a consensus of where you're going?
Last place where the dragons were. That's Tarsius's thought.
Okay. I can't hear you, Hawk.
Hawk is gonna go where Patience goes.
Okay.
So if she thinks the High Forest is the best option, then he's gonna let her have that.
Okay.
He has no
Cordelia.
idea where that is.
What is your decision, Cordelia?
Well, Cordelia's not too versed with magic, so I think she's doing the same thing, same thought as Hawk. Like,
Okay.
I feel like I know Patience is young, but she will know better on what to do with this magic than she would.
Okay.
What
Alright.
she's able to do is just to be a guardian.
Okay. Myria, what is your say?
My say is, as long as it gets us away from this fucking city with that fucking red dragon out there looking for you, then I say let's do it. But if we're going to do this and it's going to take you this long to fucking set up, I'm fairly certain they're going to have mages of some sort coming through those gates or over the walls or whatever. So if we have someone who could potentially prepare some assistance in case they try to block our spells, that'd be great.
Yes, Hawk.
I might have just had the smartest moment Hawk is ever gonna have.
Oh God.
Hawk's gonna take out the rock
Oh,
and be like, this. Okay, so chronomancy, right? But he's gonna look at the people who use magic. Does magic work in magic if there's chronomancy? And she does the circle while we're in the circle with not the time going. Does it still move?
Big
Does
brain,
it, DM?
big
Does
brain.
Does it?
That's the smartest fucking thing Hawk is gonna say this entire campaign.
I didn't even think about that, so that's all on
Yeah.
Hawk. That's all on you too.
As that's happening,
Love you.
for
Bella is gonna snatch that rock. Like she's gonna snatch that rock out of your hand faster than you can anticipate it. Like sleight of hand. Like I'll give it back. She's gonna look at it, just be like, "Well, yes, and here's the thing. It it could do the thing that you're saying it's going to do. It could also potentially fuck up the spell that she's also doing. It's all a grab bag of magic. What are you, my dear?" And she's gonna look at you. Sorcerer, right?
Yeah.
Are you of the... which variety?
The wild magic variety.
Great, so there's a high chance that this could all explode.
You can also
But-
turn into a potted plant.
That too. And we're dead either way. But, here's the thing. Yes, you can try this. This might just work. You just have to...
What?
it's a gamble, but hey, it's all been a gamble from the start, hasn't it?
I have what Tarsius is gonna do for his skill.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's going to be, I think it's intimidation, but if you were like, no, it's history or persuasion or anything else, totally dope.
Right.
Based
Okay.
on his time in school and the times that he's been taught history and how battle formations work, you're like, patience is who we need to make sure nobody messes with her. So he's just going to be not barking orders, but making sure orders go to where they, because he's not the leader. He's not going to tell this is what you need to do, but he's going to make sure that the things that need to be done get done. So archers need to be where they need to be. We need to have big, strong individuals physically in front of patients, a person that can do magic to be like next to patients, and he's just going to be like instructing, like, this is what you need to do, listen up, don't fuck up, here's what you need to be, guards go over there. Like that's what he's gonna be doing right now.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take an intimidation. Let's do that.
Oh god.
So you're putting your big boy voice on.
Alright everybody, listen up. I had my chalky milk, my pants are up. That is a 18 total.
All right, yeah. So you do that. You basically joining up with Cordelia. Cordelia's giving basically what her battle specs of what she believes is going to happen. And Tarsius, you swoop in and you're just like, all right, here's what's going on with patients. This is what we need to do to make sure she gets the thing done she needs to get done. And you just like help like redirect everything with your battle smarts as well, combined with Cordelia's, and you and you and the guards, and make a solid plan basically to protect patients. As you'll have 2 guards set up over here to kind of intercept, as they have pole arms, and then you will have, and they'll just kind of ask you, patients, to be like, can you just scooch a little this way, please and thanks, because you are right in front of our cannon trajectory. And they'll like put you like in between the cannons so that they, if they fire, they don't like have the potential of hitting you. But then you got your guys right here to intercept anything that happens. You have archers like concentrated, as these guys are going to pull back. And we'll put you right here. So. Alright, so as they all just kind of prepare themselves. As patients, you're gonna... And are you gonna do the thing with the rock? Is that the plan?
Everybody- I'm gonna risk it because the first one-
I mean,
If that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing.
I kinda, yeah, I'll fuck with this plan, yeah.
Okay.
It's fucking nuts,
Oh,
but it might
patience.
fucking work.
Here's what I'm gonna have you do. I'm going to have you roll me an Arcana check for using this rock. Okay. That's 5. That's good. But now I'm gonna need you to roll wild magic.
Straight up roll.
Not potted plant.
Yeah.
Not
'Cause I did the roll for this, and this is going to trigger a wild magic.
For
Right.
Let's see
once,
what happens.
please not a
Let's see
potted
what
plant.
happens. Oh, this is.
Pull up.
This is.
I got the book right here.
This is what D&D is all about.
Because this is, you have never. I'm going to say you have never touched chronomancy magic before. So this is very new, and your contact with this chronomancy triggers a wild magic surge.
I see.
Yep. Discretion can choose to have a wild magic happen no matter what. So yeah.
Hopefully, it's just a flump. We like the
Hey.
flumps.
Or she gets older.
Or that.
Yeah, what'd you say you rolled? All right, right on a 45. You are now levitating. You got the safest one.
A non-issue.
Thankfully, a non-issue.
Okay. Cool.
So your feet are no longer touching the ground.
Oh.
Now they kind of like try to.
So you're gonna have to do, yeah. So you're gonna have to do a sleight of hand now with disadvantage.
Float around like an upside down bat.
Over the 19.
Sure. All right. Okay, so you're getting it done. All right, so you managed to try to finagle your way into getting started on these runes for this teleportation circle, and so as you are starting that, you all hear the sound, like you're now used to the sound of wings beating in the air, and you are going to see scores of these draconic dreadnoughts crest over the walls. And I'm going to say that for every these look bigger than normal because I sized them that way, because each one is going to count for 10.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, Myria, did you have something?
So we use the chronomancy rock, correct?
Yes.
So are we stuck in a chronomancy for the next half hour or whatever for a short rest?
So it's gonna, what's gonna happen is it triggers a short rest. So for everybody that needed a short rest, it's gonna give you a short rest.
Okay.
So it triggers regardless, but it also triggered her wild magic. So
Got it.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wasn't certain if like time had
No, yeah,
stopped and we were sitting in a
no,
Okay.
time stop. So
no. So the rock has been activated. It had been used, and so basically now you've got your well, you're having to write, but it's going faster. So you actually have started your minute now. So by the time that this combat starts, you're going to be at what?
So are we like watching this happen in slow motion?
Kinda, yeah. So it's going to take half her casting time now to get this teleportation circle up.
So instead of a minute, 30 seconds.
Yes.
Great. So 3 rounds. We got
Okay.
this.
yay! I was able to heal
we
from
got
it, guys.
it.
Okay. Defend her for 3
And
rounds.
then-
We got this.
You've got one little guy
One little
fly up
guy.
to the front,
I feel little guy's gonna be
Squishing like a-
problem.
and then from the gates you see a non-winged individual saunter in.
Oh.
And
fuck.
well, no, hold on. As you will see this this tall, lithe reptilian figure, no wings, but you see he has like purple scaling, and his eyes glow purple, and like his scales have this like almost gemstone quality to their bodies, as they kind of and when I say they walk, it's more so that they're practically floating,
Okay.
as there's like this wink of psionic magic that just kind of like goes from their eyes. And so this is where we're gonna end it,
Cool.
where we go on a little hiatus,
No me like. No me like.
as each one of these guys is gonna be 10 dreadnoughts.
Real quick.
Yes.
Before we leave, when Myria
course.
sees all this, Myria's gonna like reach over and touch Hawk and cast Death Ward, and just staring at everything like, oh fuck.
I
All right, so you
also
have Death Ward.
have a question. So for the chronomancy that allowed that short rest, what is the area for that?
I'm just gonna say you all get a short rest.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Gala and Jonva and all the other people included.
We're gonna say yes
All right.
because you're gonna need it.
Everybody's been refreshed. Everybody's got some
Okay.
HP.
Everyone use your hit dice.
Use your hit dice.
Yeah.
If you needed them, yes, use
Yeah.
your hit
Rolling,
dice.
I'm rolling.
Well, I don't even. I still have temporary HP. Like, Myria casts Death Ward on Hawk, who has not taken any damage since we started this.
So we're gonna put a little skull and crossbones right next to you for Death Ward.
Myria knows
Oh.
the personality, Hawk.
Wait, what?
Myria knows the kind of personality that you have, Hawk.
Charming.
Purple thing on me.
Diving headlong into unstable situations that could
Okay.
cause your death.
Fair.
Oh,
All right. So
okay.
we are gonna end it here, right as the siege for Waterdeep Castle starts.
Fuck yeah.
Right.
Heck yeah.
So we'll see what happens whenever we get back to it. But until then, yeah, could have gone worse.
Yep.
All right, so thanks for playing. Thanks for everyone that watched, and we'll see how it all ends next game. So,
Oh man, that's
Alright.
see ya.
I see you guys.
Bye.
Adios.